Greetings.
Yo, dude.
What you are now watching is a very brief introduction to a speech I've just given for a public speaking class about my wife, Jodi Drinkwater. And I had much to say. I went on, and unfortunately the camera gave up before I did. And it's tragic because it brought tears to people's eyes. My closing did. Wow, I nailed it.
I thought it was awesome, and I didn't even see it.
Yeah, but that part gets left out. But I did say some very important things, so I thought I was going to go ahead and tack those on at the beginning. When the camera cut out, I was not giving a gang sign. I was actually making the number 3. No,
you just talk to gangs.
Right, because those are good folks. A lot of them, you know.
Yeah, I know a lot of them, and a lot of them know me.
I
just want for all of them to be happy.
Yeah, that's really what we're all about.
Oh yeah.
I was in the middle of saying, Jodi Drinkwater is not alone. Obviously, there are 2 of us, and the 3 was for assuredly there are 3 of us, and our ranks are growing.
Yeah, there's 2 more in the back seat.
2 more in the back seat, and
you don't want to piss them off.
I today have been invited to speak at student ambassadors and to the student voice, though I have already made the proclamation that Jodi Drinkwater is the student voice, but so are all of the other students. And Jodi herself has been invited to join a committee with the Student Government Association.
Very appropriate one. I mean, they haven't followed through yet. It's just an idea. It's in the idea stage. For me to be in it.
Right. It's going to be cool. It's going to kick ass. But not in a violent way, because we're not about violence. We just have to keep reiterating that.
Let me tell you guys, the ones in the back seat who are going to get pissed off, can you show them?
Yeah.
Or you can show them.
This here's Dobby. And
We're renegades on campus.
this here's Luna.
We're going to puck you up.
Luna's got the fighting
She's
spirit.
got, like, what? It's like, come on. Luna.
She's a little overzealous.
Come on.
Okay,
She's like
we try and rein her
making
in,
us questionable again in their eyes.
Right. The point of all this is, and what I got to say at the end of my speech, but I got cut off, is that, of course, obviously, the administration is going to be glued to these videos. All of the members of the board are going to be glued to these videos. But
already,
what y'all need to know is you're not the only ones, okay? The world is watching.
We're going to try to get the Japanese watching.
And, then look out, because when the Japanese start watching, it's over. But, anyway,
everyone knows we love the Japanese.
Yeah, the Japanese love us. So
hell yeah.
Talk about having our backs, you know. And that's all. You know, this word is going out to everybody, and everybody is hearing this word. And okay, so we may not know every detail and say it actually right, because in one instance I said comma when I meant question mark, but come on, you guys get the gist of it. Right. And I actually, in my speech, I talked about where Jodi got dragged off of campus by security. I cleared that up, that she wasn't actually bodily dragged off, but I did mention that they approached us at our car. Yeah. And then I kind of continued from there, but what I forgot to say is that was the beginning of a 2-month-long banishment. They told me to leave. Yeah, I forgot to include that part because I was so excited about what I was talking about. Well, and I don't know if it was actually 2 months, because there was a mix-up in the email thing and the timing of that, but it was, for 2 months I was off. It was plenty long, and at the end of the day, there was virtually no explanation for any of it, except for but I did get called in. Again, I've probably written up and stuff. Right.
I don't know. The whole thing was just damn silly is our point.
You know,
And so we're taking advantage of it in a good way.
we're the court jesters. We make a lot of fun, but we ourselves do not like to be mocked. We do not like to be dismissed.
Do not mock us.
And what
Do
you
not
know is,
mock our butts.
we are not alone.
Yeah. Well, they can mock us. We mock ourselves.
Right.
But
In the spirit of fun,
don't
though.
mock
You know,
us about this serious
don't
stuff.
take us too seriously, except for
And
when
don't
we're
take us
being
too
serious.
lightly.
Right. Okay. Just
Strike a happy medium.
Get the balance right, you guys. And watch our clips.
Yeah.
In fact, watch our clips
Watch
right
our
now.
clips right now.
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy the show, y'all.
Get some. If you get the munchies, get some munchies.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't have the munchies, unfortunately.
No, but we're munching anyway.
Yeah, we've made our own.
It's what
munchies.
we do. Anyway, enjoy. So it's important for me to create the environment that I want in order to do this. The podium makes me feel important. I need my coffee because my coffee makes me feel secure. And okay, that's kind of funny because feeling important, feeling secure, those are the sort of themes that run beneath everything that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. First of all, if I look exhausted, I apologize. I am exhausted. This is partly, in fact, partly due to the fact that my wife and I are living in our car. And it so happens that one of the things we've been lobbying for on the campus is a spirit of community that's more supportive of disadvantaged students, that's homeless students, disabled students. That's kind of an aside, but there it is. This isn't what I intended to do today. Once again, I'm winging it. Because our lives are so chaotic that there is no such thing as preparing anything in advance. I had prepared something in advance. I was going to do a speech demonstrating the power of communication with four-leggeds, also known as Chihuahuas. And I was going to bring our Chihuahuas in today, and I was going to bring my wife in today, and she was going to channel them while they spoke to you. But things have gotten so heated up lately that I thought, okay, bringing dogs on the campus is going to get us more unwanted attention. Actually, we want lots of attention, so I'm not going to say unwanted attention. But everybody in damn Santa Fe owns a dog, and on this campus they're like, no dogs, no Chihuahuas. The Chihuahuas, they may attack, they may run rampant through the cafeteria and wreak havoc. And so we decided to skip the Chihuahuas in favor of me talking about something that is really going on right now, something that's very important. And I decided a speech class, no better place for me to do this. I mean, if I had a soapbox, I'd be standing on it. I'm going to try and do this with some sense of coherence because I know we actually do have a time limit. I could stand up here and prattle on to you guys for an hour about what I'm going to begin telling you about today. But in the interest of the demonstrative speech, you know what? I'm going to zoom this in on me a little bit. I'm demonstrating a couple of things to you guys today. I've told you that my wife and I do a web series. It's called The Land of Tranquil Light. So right now, you're getting a live demonstration of how we do our show. In fact, this is part of the show. This is very exciting because what you're witnessing right now and actually being a part of, now we're filming in front of a live studio audience, is going to be posted to our millions of fans and you are actually participants at this point. This is it's sort of a postmodern experiment, insofar as you're living the show now. Thank you for being here. Actually, we don't have an audience of millions. Our audience is slightly smaller, but it's about to grow in leaps and bounds. I'll tell you why that is, but before I do, I will tell you, we need you to be a part of that. We need you to become part of the Land of Tranquil Light movement. That's me and the other two pairs of eyes that are looking at you guys right now. This is Yoda, of course, and this is Brady. And we're also going to count the two Chihuahuas and my wife, so that's 6 pairs of eyes. And all of them are saying, we want you to watch what is about to happen next. We need you, frankly. I'm here to rally the troops because we need you guys. So anyway, you're seeing a live demonstration of our web series in action. This is how we do it. Usually we wing it, except for when we're working against a really tightly scripted, carefully crafted show. But if we're doing our job right, you guys won't be able to tell the difference. So another thing I'm going to demonstrate, and this is going to be pertinent later, is this is something some of you may already know, but for the interest of demonstration, I'm going to show you how to find us. And I promise you'll be wanting to do that in the near future. You go to Internet Explorer or whatever internet provider you want, you click there, you go to YouTube, hit enter, YouTube, click on YouTube. Presumably it takes you to YouTube, if you're lucky. And let's go ahead and make that big. And then you go up to the top menu bar here, or whatever you call this, and you type in the Land of Tranquil Light. You hit enter, and hey, there we are. There's me and my sweetheart. Just for kicks, let's go to our homepage. That's not our homepage. See, this is actually more complicated than it looks. I might even request some help here. How do I find my own page? Let's go back to the Land of Tranquil Light. Click on one of these. There we are, all smiles. Actually, we're looking pretty exhausted there. Exhaustion is a running theme with us, but we just keep going and going. So that's where you'll find us, and I'm going to ask you to remember that because we'll be coming back to that later. I've already introduced Yoda. This is Brady. We are thinking about lobbying the Student Government Association to make Brady the official school mascot, because school mascots and T-shirts, they're obsessed with T-shirts in the student government. I attended the last meeting and there was a lot of talk about mascots and T-shirts. And now my wife, lo and behold, I was going to say crashes, but she's legit. She's legit. She's the liaison between the students and the administration. She shows up in her role as liaison between the students and the administration. I've told you guys about that already. I told you last week. And lo and behold, she talks about real issues that are happening on this campus, things that are really happening, that are really affecting students on this school right now. And because she did this, we're thinking actually of making Brady the official school mascot, and we want to make some T-shirts that say, "We support Jodi because Jodi supports us." I told you there's an organization called the Student Voice, but that my wife is the real student voice on the campus, and she definitely has the ears of the administration now. We want to lobby them to let's have some T-shirts. We actually wanted it to say, and this is a direct quote from what she told the SGA last week. Jodi has the biggest balls on this campus. Which got a gasp out of everyone. But the mere fact that she said it is proof that it's true, right? Okay, so here's somebody we can rally behind, but I need to point this out, you guys. When I said that she is the student voice on this campus, that's only half true. And what I'm here to impress upon you today is that each one of you is the student voice on this campus. This is a community college, okay? My wife and I, we are the court jesters at this point. We are comedians, but like any good court jesters, we are going to weave a good bit of truth into what we're saying. Court jesters are notoriously like inches away from having their heads on the chopping block because they do tell the truth. They do bring up controversial issues. My wife isn't controversial, but she does tell the truth. And that in itself seems to create a lot of controversy. When I talk about, they want to talk about mascots and T-shirts and student government, that's what the administration wants. They don't want the students talking about issues. They don't want the students raising their voices. And now, we are at this point contending with the administration and the board of the governing board of the board, even above the administration. And I think one of the things that we're just trying to express is that this college is not for the administration. This college is not for the board. This college is for the community. And each one of us is the community. And I'm rallying the troops here because so far as they know, Jodi Drinkwater has been on the front lines all by herself. Okay, I wanted to film this and put this on our show in front of our millions of fans. This is interesting. We got security right out here behind us as I'm doing this. And both of us walk around kind of looking over our shoulder to see if these guys are coming after us, because they have come after my wife. They came after her, hauled her off of the campus. Okay, not literally hauled her off of the campus, but approached us as we were leaving our car and said, by order of, at this time it was Jill Douglas, and she is sort of the student conduct advisor who answers to the board of directors and the administrators who don't want the students having a voice, who don't want the students actually being educated, being informed, having the knowledge that is power, all of which is very ironic on a college campus. And it's made me wonder what happened to the spirit of the 60s when the students were the most informed, the most vocal, the most concerned, the most active in these things. That spirit has been quelled, and it's time to revive it. It's time for the board and the administrators at this college to realize that they're here to serve us, okay? They're not here to decide who's allowed on campus, who's allowed to speak out, who's allowed to have an opinion, who is allowed to really have any say in what is for the best interest of this college. But I tell you what, they're not doing a real good job of it. There's things that they probably wouldn't like you to know, even though it's pretty much common knowledge at this point, which is, at this point, this school is $5 million in debt. They apparently did an audit, and there's like no accounting for where that money went, but it's all legit. And I'm like, how does this work? Apparently, in the very accounting department at this school, they're not very good at math. The former president at this school, I think her name was Guzman, was essentially hauled off of this campus. Like us, security came and got her, escorted her to her car, told her, you're not allowed back on this campus. She was allowed 30 minutes to come and clean out her office. And that made a big media blitz. And she ended up suing the school, and guess what? She won to the tune of $500,000, okay? Now, this is important. That could happen again. That is likely to happen again, the way things are going. My wife, according to our lawyer, yes, we have a lawyer, my lawyer is the one who advised her to cease calling herself the self-appointed liaison from the students to the administration, and simply call herself the liaison, because it was the students who appointed her. It was the students who came to her and asked her, would you forward these complaints? Would you take these complaints? Because frankly, a lot of them have been too timid to do it themselves. They've needed her as a voice. She's fulfilled that. She's protected the anonymity of those students at really a great personal cost to herself. Just recently, she was asked to appear before the current student conduct officer, is actually how he introduced himself in his email, officer, which sounds intimidating right away, like, ooh, if the officer wants to see you, you've done something wrong. We talked to the guy. We actually think he gets us. I was not called in to see him, but I went anyway. I wanted to be there. I wanted to know what the hell was going on. More and more I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be standing up here and showing these people that it's not just Jodi Drinkwater. In fact, speaking of Star Wars, this reminds me of Star Wars Episode 1, when Darth Maul shows up with the Emperor for the first time to do a deal with some of the shady guys, and after they leave, one of the shady guys says, now there are two of them, we should not have made this bargain. He sounds kind of like Christopher Walken, doesn't he? In fact, I know assuredly there